Hello everybody. Now I am going to teach you the concept of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. In this topic I am going to cover three parts. First I am going to explain what are the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Then I will discuss one of the real-time application of eigenvalues and eigenvectors, and then I will explain to solve an eigenvalue problem, right? So to have the better understanding of these eigenvalues and eigenvectors, let us analyze how we can get the product of a square matrix A with a column matrix X, right? Let us consider an example. Suppose we choose A is equal to 1, 2, 2, 4. Here we discuss two cases. In the first case we choose X is equal to the column 1, 1. In the first case we choose X is equal to the column 1, 1. Let us multiply the matrix A and X, right? So we get the product matrix equal to 1 into 1 plus 2 into 1 we have 3. 2 into 1 plus 4 into 1 we have 6. So what is our observation? When this A is multiplied to X, where X is a column matrix, also called a vector, this vector is changing to a new vector. This change can be shown on a graph also to have better understanding. Let us plot XY plane. Let us plot the column, the vector 1, 1. Suppose this is the point 1, 1. This is the vector X with the magnitude and direction shown on the graph. Corresponding to the resultant vector, suppose this is the point 3, 6, right? And we say that this is the resultant vector, the new column vector, new vector it is. Its magnitude I am drawing, also the direction. So what is our observation? After the multiplication with A, the vector X is changing to the new vector which has been scaled in magnitude. Also there is a change in direction, right? When A is multiplied to X, X is changing to a new vector with change in magnitude and direction both. This is our first case. Now let us see the similar such other case. In this case we choose X is the column 1, 2. Accordingly we calculate the product A into X. It is 1 into 2, it is 1 into, it is multiplied 1, 2 row with the 1, 2 column. 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2, it is 1 plus 4, 5. 2 into 1 plus 4 into 2, we have got 10. So in this second case, the vector X is changing to AX. 1, 2 changing to 5, 10 after multiplied with A. Let us show this change on the graph to have better understanding. Let it be XY plane. The column 1, 2. Suppose this is the column 1, 2. Magnitude and direction of the vector are shown in the graph. Next, for the resultant vector, this if it is the point 3, 6, then along the same line of the vector 1, 2, we have the resultant vector also, because 1 multiplied by 3 gives equal to 3, 2 multiplied by 3 gives us a 6. So along the same line on which X lies, we have the vector AX also, the corresponding magnitude and direction are shown. And corresponding to this second case, what is our observation? X changes only in magnitude and there is no change in the direction. Got the difference between the two cases? In the first case, the given vector changes to the new vector with change both in direction and magnitude. Whereas in the second case, the given vector changes only in the magnitude, there is no change in the direction. Clearly they are shown, they are along the same direction. When 1, 2 is multiplied by 3, we get AX, right? No, sorry, in the second case the vector is 5, 10. X is changing to 5 times of itself. And from this observation it is clear that because in the second case X is changing to its scalar multiple, we say that it is the eigenvector corresponding to the given matrix A. Whereas in the first case, the vector is not called as the eigenvector. Clear? So what is an eigenvector? It is a vector which when multiplied by A changes to its scalar multiple. In this case, the scalar multiple is Ax is equal to 5 times of 1, 2. It is a 5 into x. So x when multiplied by A changing to 5 times of itself, and this is an equation result. And actually this is the reason we say that x is the eigenvector of the given matrix. And the scaling factor here, the value 5 is here known as the eigenvalue corresponding to the given matrix. It is the eigenvalue corresponding to the given matrix. So I hope you all understood about the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Let me repeat the basic definition. When given any square matrix, if there exists a non-zero column, a non-zero vector x, if there exists a vector which is not equal to 0, such that A into x gives us a scalar multiple of itself. In such case, we say that scaling factor lambda is an eigenvalue of the matrix A, and that x, which always must be non-zero, is called as an eigenvector of the given matrix corresponding to that lambda. Here we have to notify one thing. We are saying that this x is, the eigenvector is a non-zero vector. The reason is, if this x is a zero vector, then we have A into 0 equal to 0. Nothing to discuss with. No change from x to lambda x. No visual change. Therefore, this x, which is a eigenvector, must always be a non-zero column matrix. Right? This is about the eigenvalues and eigenvectors possible existing corresponding to the given square matrix. Right? Now let us discuss what is one of the real life applications of these eigenvalues and eigenvectors. To make you clear understanding, let me draw a cylindrical object here. Just like this marker pen, right? And this is the axis of the cylinder. Along this axis I am taking a vector x1, and at 45 degrees to this axis I am taking a vector x2. Now we have to understand what is A into x1 and what is A into x2 corresponding to these two vectors x1 and x2. So we need A here. Let us suppose that corresponding to this cylindrical object, the matrix A is supposed as the twisting force that we apply over this, right? It means the matrix A here we are supposing as the twist that we can apply over this object. Suppose this is the cylindrical object drawn here. This is the x1 parallel to the axis of the cylinder, and x2 is at 45 degrees to the axis. Suppose the twisting, or otherwise the matrix A, when applied over this object, what happens? If it twists like this, then what happens? We can imagine there will be a change in both the magnitude and direction corresponding to this x1. Whereas only change in the magnitude and no change in the direction corresponding to this vector x2 we can observe. And therefore we say that this x2 is the eigenvector, whereas this x1 is not an eigenvector. Actually this twisting, which we assumed here as the matrix A applied over x1 and x2, it happens actually in the axle and the drive shaft of an automobile. Therefore, solving of an eigenvalue problem is useful in the design of such objects which are used in the automobiles, right? And this is the real-time application of the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Yes? Now, we are moving our discussion on to the problem of getting eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So the problem of getting eigenvalues and eigenvectors can also be called as an eigenvalue problem. So now we are going to discuss how to solve a given eigenvalue problem. For that, I am choosing a simple 2 by 2 matrix. Suppose that A is equal to the matrix 5, 4, 1, 2. And our problem is now to find eigenvalues and eigenvectors corresponding to this matrix A. Before we move on to the calculation part, let me explain the procedure here. Right? Previously we have seen in the discussion of eigenvalues and eigenvectors that corresponding to every square matrix, if there exists a vector, non-zero vector, such that Ax is lambda x, then lambda is eigenvalue and x is eigenvector. Actually, that is called as the linear transformation, the possible equation form relation between the eigenvalues, eigenvectors with the square matrix. Right? So we are considering the same equation. Whenever A is a square matrix, x is an eigenvector, lambda is an eigenvalue. This is the possible expression, possible always, where x is non-zero, being a column vector. Right? Now from this equation, we can write A into x is equal to, because lambda is a scalar, we are writing lambda, and this x can be multiplied with an identity matrix and remains the same. And on the right hand side, we can also write from the associative property, lambda of ix is lambda I of x. And now taking both the terms on one side, we have a minus lambda I of x is equal to 0. Clearly, we can observe this is a system of homogeneous equations where eigenvector x is non-zero. Because the eigenvector x or the solution of the system is non-zero, from our known results, this coefficient matrix must be singular. So what does it imply? The determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. And this is the expression very important for us for getting the eigenvalues corresponding to the given matrix. And this has the particular name. This is called as the characteristic equation. This is called as the characteristic equation of the given square matrix. Now we have arrived at the first step of the procedure. So what is our first step? In solving the eigenvalue problem, we have to solve the characteristic equation shown here, which is det of A minus lambda I equal to 0, to find the eigenvalues. Right? Now in the second step, corresponding to each eigenvalue, once the eigenvalues are obtained, we place them in the homogeneous system of equations. Once we get lambda, after solving this characteristic equation, we put them one by one in the homogeneous system. We get a system of equations. We solve them to get the column x, which is the required eigenvector. So what is our second step here? For each lambda, when we put in the system, we solve the system A minus lambda I of x is equal to 0. As a result, we can find the required eigenvector, which is non-zero, corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda of the matrix A. Only these are the two steps which we follow for solving an eigenvalue problem. Right? So let me briefly again discuss once again. So what is our first step? From the given matrix, we solve the characteristic equation and find the eigenvalues. From each of the eigenvalues, we solve the homogeneous system and find the corresponding eigenvector. Now let us apply each of these two steps over the given matrix, and I will tell you and I will explain how the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the given matrix are obtained. Right? Let us apply. We have to write first the characteristic equation, which is the det of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. Let us substitute. It is det of the matrix 5, 4, 1, 2 minus, because I is an identity matrix, lambda into I is a scalar matrix. It is lambda 0, 0 lambda, det equal to 0. And this is the det of, when we subtract, when we find the difference of the two matrices, it is the 5 minus lambda, 4 minus 0. 5 minus lambda 0. 1 minus 0, 2 minus lambda. It is 1, 2 minus lambda is equal to 0. And in the first row, second column, we have 4 minus 0. So this is the element 4. On expanding this determinant after cross multiplication, we have 5 into 2, 10 minus 1 into 4. It is 6 minus lambda into minus lambda. We have plus lambda square. Next, minus 2 lambda minus 5 lambda. We have minus 7 lambda is equal to 0. So we have the characteristic equation lambda square minus 7 lambda plus 6 equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation, right? Now we show the factorization, because it is the possible, factorization is possible. We can factorize this as lambda minus 1 into lambda minus 6 equal to 0, giving us the values lambda equal to 1 comma 6. So what we did? We have written the characteristic equation. We found it to be a quadratic equation. Here we can observe one thing. We have the characteristic equation, a quadratic equation here, because the given matrix has order 2 by 2. If we were given the matrix of order 3 by 3, then we would have obtained the characteristic equation as a polynomial of degree 3. And the eigenvalues, we would have obtained 3 eigenvalues. 2 by 2 given, degree 2 characteristic equation, so 2 eigenvalues only possible. And these are the 2 eigenvalues corresponding to the given matrix. Now let us see how, corresponding to each of these eigenvalues, we can find the eigenvectors. Let us divide our space to 2 parts. Let the first eigenvalue is lambda 1 equal to 1. Second is lambda 2 equal to 6. Corresponding to 1. Lambda 1 equal to 1. Let us consider the homogeneous system A minus lambda I into x equal to 0. Because x is the eigenvector to be determined, let us suppose that this x is the column with the unknowns small xy. Because the matrix has order 2 by 2, only 2 unknowns in the column we can choose in the vector x. Now, writing down this system, we have A, it is 5, 4, 1, 2, the matrix 5, 4, 1, 2, minus lambda is 1, so 1 into I, it is I, 1, 0, 0, 1, into x is equal to 0. It is a 5 minus 1, 4 into x, 4x, 4 minus 0, it is into y, so plus 4y is equal to 0. Similarly, we have 1 minus 0 into x, 1x, plus y is equal to 0. It is clear from this system that both of the equations are equal, right? The two equations are equal. So we consider any one of these two to get the values of x and y, the column x. Suppose we consider the simple equation, which is the second, x plus y equal to 0. This can be written x equal to minus y or x by 1 equal to y by minus 1. Therefore, the required eigenvector is x is equal to 1, y is equal to minus 1. and this is our first eigenvector corresponding to the first eigenvalue 1 of the given matrix. Right? So what I have done? Corresponding to the first eigenvalue 1, I have considered the homogeneous system to be solved. From there I have got the system, 2 equations and 2 unknowns. Because the system has 2 equal equations, we have taken one of the equations. It is x plus y 0, so we got x is equal to minus y. Thereby getting x by 1 equal to y by minus 1. Finally we got the eigenvector x equal to 1 minus 1. Clear? Similarly, let us now try to find out the second eigenvector corresponding to the second eigenvalue. When lambda 2 is equal to 6, corresponding homogeneous system is a minus 6i into x equal to 0. A is the matrix 5, 4, 1, 2. 6 into I is the scalar matrix 6, 0, 0, 6 into x is equal to 0. Because x is the column vector and we have already chosen x to be the column xy, we transform into linear system. It is a 5 minus 6, minus 1, 4 minus 0, 4, 1 minus 0, 1, 2 minus 6 is minus 4 into the column xy is equal to 0 matrix, 0 column. It is minus 1 into x minus x plus 4y equal to 0. X minus 4y equal to 0. This is the linear system corresponding to the eigenvalue 6. Again we have got the same situation as the previous. The 2 equations are again equal, so we consider any one from the second. We have x equal to 4y, also can be written x by 4 is equal to y by 1, thereby giving the eigenvector x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1. And this is the second eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue 6 of the given matrix 5, 4, 1, 2. Clear? So is the solving of an eigenvalue problem clear? So what is the process? We solve the characteristic equation for getting eigenvalues. Then for getting eigenvectors, we solve the corresponding homogeneous system for each of the eigenvalues and then we solve it, thereby getting the eigenvectors for the given problem. Thank you. Thank you one and all.